Have I just discovered the perfect 360 video editing solution for Android? I think I might have. It's called Collect, and it's going to totally change your life if you're an Android user. So I've always been a huge proponent of keeping your workflow as mobile friendly as possible. You don't want to create more steps in the overall video editing process. You want to keep them as short and simple as possible. And if you can, you want to stick to your mobile phone. So for Android only at the moment, there will be an iPhone version in the future. Life is going to become really easy now because you can edit 4K video from the comfort of your smartphone, and it's very simple and you literally don't need to leave your phone. Okay, let's open her up. So the first thing you'll see is our little crosshair. I like the simplicity of this. There's not too many options to begin with, it's just the one, which is our import button. So I've gone ahead and shot a bunch of stuff on my Gear 360 around Sydney Harbour. My idea for this video is to do a 360 virtual tour of the harbour. So I want to use about 7 shots. So in front of me I have my camera's video gallery, and it's as simple as just choosing the clips you want to add. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And press the tick up the top. So now instantly the clips are put onto the timeline and they start playing automatically, one after another. So the timeline is down the bottom there. So you can swipe across to see all your clips, and it's a really nice little interface. I like it. It's very simple, it's not overcomplicated. I've seen a lot of mobile video editors, they overcomplicate their apps. There's too many buttons and it's just way too confusing. This one's very simple. So I've got my 7 clips on the timeline here. I'm going to start by rearranging them, which is very easy to do. So I want my very first clip to be a clip I shot at the Harbour Bridge. So I'm going to simply just hold that, drag it and move it to the front. So that's now my first clip. And then all you need to do to rearrange your clips is do the exact same thing with the others. Okay, I'm happy with that order. It's roughly in the sequence that I walked around the harbour in. So once you've chosen your order, it's as simple as clicking on the first one. And now we're going to edit our first clip individually. So it's very simple, there aren't too many buttons again, which is really good. And as you can see, the clip is playing on its own. You can have a look around it like that. So this inner circle here that's moving, this is essentially these are our in and out points, and this is our timeline for this individual clip. So you can trim it by moving these points to whichever place you like. And up the top it'll adjust and tell you how long your clip is. So I'm going to start with about 13 seconds of me walking underneath the Harbour Bridge. So I'm happy with the length, and now I want to change the starting position. So you can choose your viewpoints for every individual clip, which is a really cool feature. So I want the very first shot to be started on the Harbour Bridge. So what you need to do is press the target button and then you choose your preferred viewpoint. I'll start there and press it again. So now that's locked on. See, I can move this around, yet the target remains the same, which means that's where it's going to start, and then if the viewer wants, they can move the video around from that point. Alright, so I'm happy with that. Got it down to 13 seconds and it's starting at the place I want it to start. Now we want to move on to our second clip and do the same, and it's as simple as pressing that button up there. So our 2 colored buttons on either side, on the top left and top right, navigate us to the previous and the next clips. So that's really handy. Again, like the design of it is really nice to look at and nice to touch. There aren't too many small buttons, they're all really big buttons, which make your experience much, much easier and less frustrating. Alright, so on my second clip, I'm going to go ahead and do the same and edit my points to the places I want to start and stop. Again, I'll make this second one about 13 seconds. So this one I took next to the Museum of Contemporary Art in Sydney Harbour. And I will start just looking back, I think, at the boat. So again, press the target and just fine tune it about there. So now it's saved the new starting viewpoint. All right, I'm happy with that. So now we'll move on to the next one. So you essentially do this to all of your clips until you're happy with them individually. Something else to point out is down the bottom left, we have our speed. So you can change the speed to fast forward, and you can make it slow motion. I don't think it's really necessary here, so I'm going to leave it in normal mode. In the bottom right of each individual clip, you'll see the filters button. So this is cool because you can add a color grade to each individual clip and you can grade them as you go. So these are almost like your Instagram presets. I think there's about 5 to 10 different looks. If you want to go black and white or more saturated, you can choose that there as you edit. Mix it up a bit if you like. Let's have a look. I like that one, that's nice and warm. I'm going to apply that to all of my clips. So now I will go ahead and edit the rest of them so they look as good as possible as one cohesive video.
I got the right people around me. I focus on the fun. I wanna fight less. No need to look for my motivation. Every take can be a sensation.
And I'm finished. So that took me about 3 to 5 minutes to edit a full 360 video. Now we have the option to add music. So up the top right there, a cool thing about this app is that the developers have already organized for you to use royalty-free music. So you can upload this straight to YouTube or Facebook and not get in trouble. So let's go and listen to some songs. I like that one because the thumbnail has a cat on a piano, so I'm going to choose that one. And we'll import it. To listen to the music, you need to go out onto the main screen where you can see the timeline, and then it'll start playing, and now we're previewing it. So with the music, sounds nice and nostalgic, and it's going to play us a preview of our finished video. Happy with that, happy with the choices I made. And that's all looking really good. It's going to be a fun little 2-minute video. Nice romantic little stroll around the harbour. Be a good little YouTube vid, I think. Yeah. Alright, so now we are ready to export. And to export, again, it's a very simple process. There aren't too many options. You hit the button up the top left there and it starts processing. Alright, so it's done and it's playing back for us one last time. And from here, we can just simply upload it to Facebook, YouTube, and so on. Or we can just download it and then upload it manually ourselves. So this will save it to your Android internal storage. And then you can do whatever you want with the file. So how cool is that? Can you believe I was editing 4K 360 footage on my phone so quickly, so easily, and it looked amazing. Like, look, it takes me longer on my computer than on my phone to do it. So why would you take it into your computer when you don't have to? This is a basic editor. I wouldn't aim for anything longer than a few minutes if you're editing 360 footage. If you did want to do something longer, you would want to add many more clips and have access to more features like transitions and text and whatnot. Those are coming soon. They're not available at the moment, but from what I've heard, there's going to be some amazing updates to this app, so you should definitely stay tuned. Honestly, this is incredible. I would confidently say this is the best 360 mobile video editing app that has been invented. It's incredible. So hopefully this app leads the way for an iPhone version, as well as just general video editing on mobile. Honestly, I've been so underwhelmed by some of the mobile editing options. Even iMovie and some of the professional companies, their editors are still very clunky and confusing, and there's just too many features. I love the simplicity of this app. Simple is always better. Got to make it easy, got to make the buttons big for mobile, and Collective done that really well. They've got an amazing little stylish app that's free and allows you to process your 4K 360 footage really fast. And it's compatible with a lot of cameras too. At the moment, any camera that's compatible with an Android phone, you can edit with Collect. Look, it's my intention to get rid of my computer one day because I want to be able to do everything on my phone because I'm not always at home in front of my computer. I want that flexibility to be able to edit footage fast on the go and not have a million steps in my workflow. You want as few steps as possible, which is why you really need to learn a mobile workflow. So good job, Collect. I can't wait to see what this app brings out in the future. So you should definitely download it if you're on Android, and iPhone users, stay tuned because I'm pretty sure it's going to be coming out in the next few months, years, decades, millenniums. Comes after millenniums. Lifetimes. Until the next big bang. Until the end of time. Until the end of time. Alright, 360 Nation, this is your boy Ben Claremont coming out with you with another 360 video, and I'll post the result of this Collect experiment after this video on YouTube, so you might want to check it out to see what the final interactive 360 looks like. Until next time, keep living your life in 360. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And until next time, you better get busy 360ing or get busy dying. One of the two. And I hope it's the first one.